Welcome to another video talking about the state of Destiny for the millionth time. Which it is super late to be making this, and there's really nothing interesting to say at this point. Everybody said everything that can be said, but I'm just doing it because I want my thoughts to really like be somewhere. I don't want to talk and have everything I think or say or whatever just go into the void like I've been doing for the past 7 years I've been around for this game. So this is just a yap about where the game is, how the expansion is, how Portal is, all that stuff. Um, well, I say yap. It's more like a rant because I don't like most of it. Most of it is bad, and I still play this game, as you can tell from my power level. So I made a list of notes, and I'm just gonna go down the list. I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna yap. That's all it really is. I'm just gonna yap. Uh, if you expected a good video or a interesting video or constructive criticism, this ain't it. I'm sorry. This ain't it. You can watch like Across or something. I'm sure he said something better than me. Um. Anyways, anyways, the talk about the expansion. The expansion. Start with the story, I guess. The story. I guess it's fine. Um, I was honestly really excited for this expansion just because of the story. Because like we've never really had anything nine related at all outside of like, oh my God, guys, the nine did this thing, and we need to deal with it because the nine said so. And now we're like finally getting a nine story, and it kind of just, to me personally, I felt like it was all over the place. But I'm also dumb, and most of the dialogue happens during like running between places and when you're shooting shit. And there's only like four cutscenes in the whole campaign, I think. And it's the intro cutscene, the end cutscene, and then the two middle cutscenes I don't remember. Um, I don't know. I like story's fine, I guess. It's okay. Um, yeah, I had a lot more to say about it, and then I kind of just lost it all. The actual missions. Some actual missions. I fucking hated going through the campaign. That it sucked. Um, it did not. It was cool the first time because you're going through the campaign for the first time, and also I like puzzles. And I mean, well, yeah, I tolerate puzzles. Let's put it like that. I tolerate puzzles. Puzzles are cool. However, there's plenty of people who do not like puzzles and think that puzzles just drag out the campaign and don't enjoy that. That's reasonable. But outside of the puzzles, the actual missions or where you're running around shooting stuff, I mean, it's fine. You're not really like, I mean, it's just running around shooting stuff, but my main problem with the campaign is just it's so long. Why is it so long? It takes like your first playthrough takes like 10 hours. Like the other campaigns took like 6, maybe 8 sometimes, but mainly 6, I believe. This campaign took like 10. 10 hours. Granted, I suck and I'm stupid, but 10 hours, like that's and then running on other characters sucks, man. Oh, I gotta do a 10-hour campaign for each character. Shout out to people who only play on one character, because you guys don't have to go through that shit again. I go you guys. All right. But unfortunately, I like to flex. and I have to do all characters, and it sucks so much. Uh, the campaign was fine. Um, the Sieve. Yeah, let's talk about the stuff you do after the campaign, I guess, or the stuff you do around the open world. So mainly just being Sieve. And the Sieve is a really good idea. Really good idea. But why is it on a 2-hour timer? It's only available for 20 minutes at a time. I think that's really silly. And that was not a good idea. Number one, if you're gonna do that, it should have just been a public event. Like, which is another thing. It just doesn't make sense that like this area is another like, oh, you're on your own area, like the Pale Heart. I don't like that. Um, it definitely should have been open, like open to matchmaking, like all the other areas are, because like it's literally said in the story that the singularity is going to blow up the solar system or something. It's like, shouldn't there be more than two guardians going there? Like nine if you're counting like a raid stack, because actually no, it'd be seven because there's six people and then there's Ikora, so it's like seven people if you're counting a raid stack. That's really silly. They should have just made Sieve like a world boss, like Diablo. In Diablo, they, in case you don't know, there are bosses that spawn every few hours in a bunch of different areas, and you and a bunch of random players can pull up and just fight the boss, right? But you can't do that in... Oh, hold up. You can't do that in here, which is really a missed opportunity. I 100% think they just miss, man. They just miss. Don't know why they didn't do that. What else? I guess that leads... Yeah, that leads into loot. Yeah, getting the loot sucks ass. Why do you have to... Like, your only good options for loot are... Sieve? Actually, Sieve's not a good option. The only correct option is the loot cave. You love loot caves. But at least the loot cave is fast, right? And it's not too bad. You just run in there, you shoot stuff. You have a good build. It's nothing too crazy. And you can get stuff pretty fast in loot cave. But stuff that drops on the floor is only 200 power for some reason. I don't know why. And then there's unstable cores, which I'll like. That's a whole other thing that I will talk about later. Yeah. Oh, and then there are like little objectives you can do around the patrol zone, like when you have to go into that little room next to the hub, where you have to bank moats and play Gambit, and you get chests. Like that stuff is cool. The problem with that for me though is that where are those? Like they don't really tell you where they are. You just have to run into them. And God knows I'm not going to explore the whole map so I can do a little side objective to get one, maybe a chance at the gun I want, slash armor I want, just for like the loot cave to just be infinitely better. Which is just, it's just really silly. Um, ooh, there's no lost sectors for some reason. Like, I don't think, like, lost sectors aren't, like, a big deal, right? Like, oh, having lost sectors, not having lost sectors, I don't think many people really care, personally. But it's also, like, how do you dash in this thing? Why can't I dash? I thought I pressed it earlier. Oh. Damn, I was just saying something. Oh yeah, no lost sectors. I personally don't find it a big deal, but, like, there's no reason to remove them. Because it's like, if you're going to add something, that something will have an audience behind it, or, like, you know, just a group of people that... What are you doing, guy? Just a group of people that like it. want more of it, whatever it, and oh, come on, man. Yeah, a group of people that like it or whatever, and you have to keep those people in mind because if you don't, then you're just leaving them in the dust. And I don't really think that's good. I think if you're going to add something, you should, expand on it, keep it, something it, unless it's actively detrimental to the game. Um, so yeah, where are there's no lost sectors. It's pretty silly. Um, from all this yap, I'm sure I gave the impression that I don't like the DLC, which it's not so much that I don't like it, but it's really just whatever. I feel like a lot of the resources went towards Portal, which I'm bad at getting into Portal, but I feel like a lot of the resources went into Portal when they were making Edge of Fate. Because Edge of Fate definitely feels like they left a lot out, and it didn't really add anything new. Because, like, it didn't add a new activity. I mean, well, it's a sieve. The sieve is new, but let's be real, it's really just a mishmash of fucking things we already had, right? It's just boss rush and gambit. And then the other activity is explore the world, finding many objectives, or play the missions on a harder difficulty. This is so what is okay. I just hope that Portal took up most of the resources for the expansion, and if that is the case, then that likely means that Renegades should be better because most of the resources went towards Portal, and Portal is already out and somewhat fully developed. So at that point, we should be able to have a good expansion with Renegades in theory. A good, complete expansion, unlike Edge of Fate. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully Renegade's good. Okay, now for Portal. I like Portal. It's a good it's it's a good system, mainly for new players, because I mean the world map is just so. Oh, that's not the world map. The world map is just so like, what am I looking at? While Portal is just immediately like, okay, here's some activities. You have your event, you have the main destination, all this stuff, right? It's the Portal. Portal is the reason we've lost so much content to the fucking vault now. Not to the vault, but they really just been taken out, I guess. Not taken out, like they're just not relevant. There it is. They're not relevant content anymore. And it's so sad because there's so much good stuff that we've had or that can be expanded upon, but Bungie just insists that we forget about it for some reason. And I'll just never understand why. It just doesn't make sense why they don't want us to remember this stuff, use this stuff, play this stuff. It just ooh, Salt Mag. It's just really silly that that is the case. I think that they're. I mean, everybody's saying it. There should have been more content added to Portal. Obviously, it's really silly that we're lacking so much because of Portal. And it's just so dumb that they did that. Yeah, they shouldn't have phased out stuff with Portal. It's just really dumb. But the other things with Portal is that it feels like there's less of an emphasis on matchmaking. That's why I wrote less emphasis on matchmaking, which I mean personally, I've never match made with Portal because I don't care to, I don't need to, because everything that drops from say fire team activities, which are really the only match made activity, I think, from Portal outside of Crucible. Crucible doesn't count. Yeah, really only match made activity from Portal is fire team. I don't care about doing fire team stuff. If I want to get fire team loot, I can just do solo stuff and get the loot way faster. So fire team stuff is pointless. Also, let me say this now. I just remembered. I know a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is already addressed or is being worked on and or whatnot. I know Bungie has done their whole, oh guys, we messed up and now we're listening to you. thing that they always do every single time they do a fuck up, because that's probably their favorite activity, is doing something incredibly stupid and then saying, "Oh guys, we're listening. We swear." I hate that so much, man. I used to fall for that stuff too. It's crazy. Yeah, it feels like there's less of an emphasis on matchmaking. This is, number one, there's no reason to play fireteam matchmaking right now, at least. I know it's gonna be buffed later, but right now there's no point. But also, matchmaking here, like, there's a bunch of modifiers, and a lot of these modifiers suck. Like, hunger. 2 things of hunger, okay. A brawler is fine. Full throttle, that's fine. I don't care for this one. Like, a lot of these are okay. Just like, why do you put, like, there's a lot of bad modifiers in there, and I don't like that. Too many bad modifiers in there. I know they're gonna cut back on the bad, annoying modifiers, and that's good, but it's another case of, oh guys, we did a bad thing and we're listening now. It's like, okay, sure you are, man. We believe you. Yeah. Oh, and then, I mean, I'm pretty sure I already said it. There's not enough activities in Portal. I mean, everybody's already said that. This is a perfect opportunity to bring back a lot of Sunset activities. Like, there's that one Season of the Witch activity where, like, it's like the roguelike mode, and you're in the throne world. I think Zivu's throne world or something. And you gotta, like, run around, shoot stuff, and then you collect cards, and the cards are, like, your roguelite items. Basically, like, that was when, like, Destiny was first becoming, like embracing the roguelite stuff, I think. I think that was the first time. Yeah, that was the first time. So that was before Coil. I think that definitely should have been brought back. Savage Spire is cool, too. I completely forgot about Savage Spire, so I actually kind of like that they brought that one back. I like that they brought Coil back. That's good. But they definitely could have brought back, like, Season of the Witch activities. It's not Witch Queen, it's Beyond Light, where it was Season of the Lost, and it was the activity where you're in the Ascendant Plane, pretty sure that's the Taken one, the Ascendant Plane. It's been a while, and like, it's like this giant open area where you have to, like, run through the Ascendant Plane and, you know, reach objectives, and it was like the EDZ all, like, shattered. Yeah, I love the activity. I don't know why. It's the Vulpecula activity. That's all I'm gonna call it, the Vulpecula activity, until I find a thing of it. What else is there? What am I doing? I have my notes right here. Okay. Oh! Rest in peace to Grandmasters. Grandmasters were my favorite PvE activity to do constantly. Even if the loot wasn't good, it was like the perfect place to just run in, have some challenge and test some builds. Granted, the challenge isn't there anymore. Challenge isn't real. It's just like, how can we inflate the health pool without them noticing now? Yeah, I miss Grandmasters, man. It's really dumb that they just sunset Grandmasters. Granted, I know the other activities are GMs. Like, you can make a GM, but I honestly don't care for the modifier system at all. I don't like the modifier system even a little bit. I mean, it's cool, I guess, because you can, like, you can avoid the modifiers you don't like, but it doesn't really help when there are modifiers that change weekly. So if there are modifiers that you do like on a certain week, well, not weekly, daily. I think it's daily. No, it's weekly. I'm pretty sure it's weekly. The modifiers change weekly. If there's a modifier you don't like that week, well, joke's on you. You're probably gonna have to use it because you have to inflate that score, bro. Yeah, I don't like modifiers. Rest in peace, GMs. Why matchmake? There's no reason to matchmake. Avant-Garde is stupid. I don't even have to, like, talk about Avant-Garde. I can just say Avant, and, like, I'm sure, like, I just made the 50 closest Destiny players to me just shiver in their boots. Yeah, I guess that's all for Portal. Feature gear. Do I even like featured gear and seasonal power actually? But do I even have to talk about featured gear? Do I even really have to speak about it that much? Like, genuinely, the worst thing that could have ever happened to this game is featured gear. Actually, there's also sunsetting. Yeah, no, sunsetting is still worse. But definitely, definitely like a top three, I think. For me personally, one of the worst like features, things to be added to this game or whatever. Oops. Yeah, featured gear, not good. I really don't have to say much else, but I will. It just shouldn't exist. There shouldn't be. There obviously shouldn't be featured gear in the game. Limiting what we use because you say so is so dumb. I understand that Bungie wants to control the meta, or like I don't know. I guess have a say in what people use, or like I don't know, put a spotlight on something. But in the end, it never really makes sense because if something is good, if something is fun, if something is viable, if something fills a niche, whatever, it will be used. Will it have a high usage rate? That depends on how fun, good, or niche it is. But it will be used. Like, what's an exotic I love? Let's find a good example. Like, I like. Hmm. Oh, that's what I like. Dawn Chorus. I really like Dawn Chorus. Dawn Chorus is pretty good. Not to say it's really niche. It's not really niche, but it's definitely not popular at all. I use it because I think it's fun. It's how I have fun, and I'm gonna use it because that's how I have fun in this game. I use whatever I want. I build however I want to build. Bungie sees that and says, "No, you will use what we use," and that's just really silly. Like, why? Why not just I don't know? Let us use whatever we want, and then Bungie could also be scared of like, oh, what if we add this thing and players don't want to use it? It's like, I mean, it's like I just said. If it's good, niche, or fun, this is terrible. If it's good, niche, or fun, people will use it. It is that simple. When they added, not when they added, but this expansion, they added, I don't have it, but I can find it. The kinetic auto. That's 720 kinetic auto. This one. They added this to the game, right? You don't have to convince me to use this by making it featured and unfeaturing Chroma Rush. Granted, I don't have a good Chroma Rush, but still, if I did have a Chroma Rush, you wouldn't have to convince me to take off the Chroma Rush. Because, I mean, this gun has shoot to loot on it. I'm pretty sure Chroma Rush does not. Let me fact check this. I'm positive Chroma Rush does not have shoot to loot. Yeah. Okay. This gun, Giver's Blessing, having shoot to loot alone is enough of a reason for me to drop Chroma Rush if I had one. Oh, I do have one. It's PvP. Yeah. If a gun fills a niche, if it's fun to use, if it's good, it will be used. Bungie, I feel like I can't tell if Bungie doesn't understand that or if they just don't care. It's so hard to tell, man. It really sucks that that is the case. And it's just so dumb. It's so dumb. Like man, I'm just rambling. I'm just going in circles now. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it just limits your builds and you can't use the guns you want. And then there's also like the fact that people are attached to their guns. Players are very attached to their guns. People are very attached to their guns, right? But when you tell players, "Hey, I know this is your favorite gun, but we don't want you to use it because we say so," that's really silly. That's just so goofy. This game, specifically Destiny 2, has been out since 2017 and is a game about collecting loot and there's a vault system, so people are going to hoard their loot, and you know, you can keep that loot for a long time. So at a certain point, people will get attached to their loot. So to say, hey, you can't use this because we say so, that's just a slap in the face, dude. That's really dumb. You shouldn't be doing that. Plenty of guns I would love to use for a build, but or plenty of exotic armors. Oh man, having featured gear is one thing, but featured exotics, man, come on, bro. And then like you have Avant-Garde, which I already mentioned, but I'm just gonna say it again, like Avant-Garde, man, with featured exotics, and then not even class items are featured, dude. That is so silly. Prismatic builds feed off of off of the off of the class items. Like like almost every good prismatic build needs a class item. And it's really stupid that you are insisting that we don't use class items. It's like a lot of people don't really want to use prismatic because of that. I would imagine. I'm personally not a huge like prismatic user, but I just don't really think that's like why would you do that? That's just so silly. Yeah, it's just so stupid. Oh, I forgot there's also seasonal power that I'm supposed to be talking about, huh? Yeah, I don't really like the seasonal power system. I mean, honestly, it's fine, but it's just an unstable course, which is really stupid. Which that's gonna lead to a little side tangent in a second here. Um, but unstable cores is just really silly. Like once you're high power, you need a unreasonable amount if you want to infuse a build up to light. And like you could be like, oh well, I mean it's really not that much. It's only like 200 to infuse stuff. It's like yeah, in increments. Like if I want to infuse something from 200 up to 410, which I say 200 because anything between 10 and 200 doesn't matter because that's not seasonal power. So it's really 200 and up is what's going to take your unstable cores. So 200 up to 410, that costs what? 7K or something? Like, wait, what is this? This is 229, hypothetically. I want to fuse this up. 8,000. 8,000. That is wild. And then right now, I only get like 700 from deleting gear. Like, oh, do I have this? I'm pretty sure I do. Ooh, wait, that's a good roll, actually. Let me keep that. Let's delete this one. Okay, that's 200. Let's delete. Let's delete. Dude, I don't have anything to delete. What is this? Trash. Let's delete this one. 409. 649. That's not proportional. That's just so silly. That it just unstable core shouldn't be a thing. I'm not gonna yap about that anymore. But what I will yap about, a little side tangent time. Why are there are really only 2 or 3 primary currencies? It's like Glimmer, unstable cores, and well, I mean there are more primary currencies, but you're mainly using like enhancement cores, unstable cores, and Glimmer. Those are the main ones you're using. Then there's of course prisms and there's ascendant shards. Honestly, I've never had a prism shortage, which is really ironic because prisms are supposed to be rarer than enhancement cores, right? But I've never had a prism issue in my life, which is odd. Plenty of enhancement core problems, though. Plenty of ascendant shard problems. Never an enhancement prism problem, which is weird. But why is Bungie so scared to have more materials, more currencies? I mean, I guess there were seasonal currencies, but I mean, well, yeah, there were seasonal currencies, but none of them really mattered. I guess, especially now, since like they're mostly all gone and they're all kind of just in the back of your head. I guess. I don't know. I guess it's because they're phasing in and out of the game is why they don't have that many. So maybe that's why they don't have that many seasonal currencies or currencies in general, because seasonal currencies phase in and out constantly. But after playing Destiny Rising and seeing how many currencies there are, because I mean, Destiny Rising is a gacha. It's gonna have so many currencies. All gachas do, in case you didn't know. Um, there are so many currencies in that game, and that just reminded me of when there were so many like destination currencies, and there were legendary shards, and um, whatever else there was. Like, I mean, we these are useless now. I'm really just holding them because I can. These don't mean anything. These don't mean anything anymore. I don't think. Like, I guess is this currency. This is like one of the few destination materials you can actually get. Um, this currency, I guess. Is this currency? I don't remember this. Oh, this is final shape stuff. Like most of these currencies, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking to talk. Cause like I guess since I'm a veteran player, so I don't need these, so I don't even notice that I have so many. But there are so many. But like there definitely could be more. They really insist on removing the important currencies from the game though. Like legendary shards. There is no need to remove legendary shards. It feels like they only did it because so many people were just poor. They were just dirt broke, and they're like, okay, maybe we should make it easier on the players and just remove them from the game. Which I mean, it's fine, but like, they didn't need to. It just felt unnecessary. But I don't. That's just my opinion. I don't. I guess that's enough of that. Let me talk about what else. Ooh, events. We're almost done. I swear. Home stretch. The events we've gotten sucked major ass so far, and please do not try to like. I mean, well, if you want to defend them, defend them. Okay, I shouldn't tell you not to defend them. Okay, but it's just that like they're not. They really just objectively just aren't good, especially compared to the events we've gotten before. And I really don't like that people are just like, oh man, this event is so good. Look at all the loot I'm getting. Like, sure, the loot is great, but it's not fun. Where's any of the fun? Because it's definitely not here. Um, like for example, Arms Week hand cannons. Granted, this is the first time we've had Arms Week in Destiny 2. I'm pretty sure Arms Week was in D1, but this is the first time we've had it in D2. Um, Arms Week hand cannons was just, hey, use hand cannons, play activities. Also, here's a Crucible mode that we added back. It's not a new Crucible mode. We just we just brought it back again because we can. And you get free hand cannons. It's like, okay, that's cool. Also, here's some exotic weapon mods. Like that was interesting. I never really used them. I don't really like using temporary mods personally, but it was cool that they did that. Exotic mods is definitely something they can do again, and that's definitely something we should see more of. Yeah, they just brought back a Crucible mode that wasn't new. It's like okay, and it was just play the game. It's like, all right, just a week of just playing the game. It's kind of just like a nothing arms week. It was also an opportunity though to unlock sunset hand cannons, not unlock, but acquire sunset hand cannons. They're not featured, so like they're not really gonna be important. Also, featured. I should have mentioned this earlier. Featured things should not have like, oh, damage resistance. Oh, damn it, more deals more damage, stuff like that. That should not be a thing. But arms weak bad. Hand cannons arm weak bad. It was easy to get. That was good. They were capped at tier 4 though, which is really silly. Really dumb, and it should not be Guardian rank based. That's another thing. I don't like that they're trying to make Guardian rank important. They wanted Guardian rank to be a flex. Now they're trying to make it like a necessity, and that's just dumb. Yeah, let me move on. Solstice. I hate Solstice this year. This year's Solstice was so bad, and I hate that people aren't really talking about it. It's so annoying. Like, why are people just glossing over the fact that Solstice this year was trash just because you get easy tier 5s? That is so goofy to me. That shouldn't be like, oh, guys, here's an easy tier 5 farm. Okay, Solstice sucks. I don't want to farm tier 5s. There is no Solstice. Solstice may as well have just not happened. Because the other times we've gotten Solstice, we've gotten Bonfire Bash. It's a very simple mode. You shoot stuff, you grab an orb, and you throw it at a bonfire. And it charges the bonfire, a boss spawns, you kill the boss, and you get loot. That's the whole activity. Granted, it's not like a crazy activity. It's not a new activity, not necessarily. That's like it's not like a new concept or anything. It's just you run around, you shoot stuff, right? But at least it was something different that only happens once every year. We didn't get it this year, which is really dumb. Like, where's Bonfire Bash, dude? Like, I know Bonfire Bash isn't like a great mode or anything, but come on, you could have had Bonfire Bash and just given loot for playing activities. Like, that would have been a great combo. I'm pretty sure though, Solstice came with a Crucible mode. I think it came with a Crucible mode, if I remember correctly. I don't care for it, man. Like, it's I think it came with a Crucible mode. I need to, let me fact check this. Solstice 2025. Okay, now I'm looking. Okay. I should say, I don't really see people on YouTube talking about how Solstice was just really nothing. But to be fair, it's not like I've watched a ton of Solstice stuff. Like, oh man, look at this. Solstice 2025 saved Destiny 2. Now it's going away. That's not. Solstice didn't save anything, man. It's just more farming. It's just more farming. It's so silly. Solstice was truly nothing. And it makes me really sad. And then that was just yapping about the activity. Okay, I'm not done yapping. Yeah, about the activity. I'm not done yapping. Because Solstice used to have like what, 5 weapons? It had the rocket, the bow, the hand cannon. I'm positive there's more, but I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure there's more than just those 3 though. Only the bow made a return, and to be honest, I really like bows. But bows are way too bows are really only good in endgame and PvP. And also the bow we got, I honestly don't think is that great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it has good rolls and stuff, but I don't know. I personally don't really care. And I really like bows. And I just did not care for it at all. I don't know. Yeah, they only brought the bow back. They didn't bring the hand cannon. They didn't bring the rocket. They did add the now best SMG in the game, or best PvE SMG in the game. If you think it's best in Crucible, it's up to you. I like in Crucible though. And then they brought the first Strand Lingering Grenade Launcher, which is good. Good. Too bad it's limited to Solstice, so we'll probably get another one at some point, but good. Yeah, they should have brought those weapons back. This was a perfect opportunity to bring them back. I was really excited for something new to return, but it's just not there. And I really like something new. I just never got a great roll of it. And they definitely could have brought it back, and it's not here. It's a real shame. It's really annoying that something new is not here. The Strand Rocket would have been cool. But obviously that's not here either. It's really silly. And then that's another thing with the featured weapons. I'm back on the featured weapons again. It's so hard not to. Because of the featured weapon system and not everything being featured, there's not always a element in a archetype that you want. And it's just so annoying. Like, I don't think there's a featured solar rocket. I need to check. I don't actually remember, but let's see. I wish there was if only there's a featured list for legendary weapons. Let's see. Let's say you want a featured rocket launcher, right? And an element you need it in. So you have a stasis one. You have a stasis one, and that's it. That and it's in the raid. The stasis one is locked behind the raid, and the raid right now, at least, is not rewarding to most people. Which is another thing I should have mentioned tiers. I really like the tier system. The tier system is really good. Um, which is oh, I should have talked about this too during the weapons segment. I'm so sorry. I'm all over the place. But tiered loot should have been on every piece of gear. That would have incentivized the grind for every activity in the game. Completely missed opportunity. Back on what I was saying, there's there's not a feature. There's not a weapon for everything. Uh, there's not always a weapon you need in the featured list. That's what I'm trying to say. There's not always a weapon you need in the featured list, which is really silly and just really, really dumb. There's only one rocket that's featured, and it's locked behind the raid, and the raid isn't really worth doing right now to most people. Um, I'm personally not hung up on the tier system. I will still get guns that aren't tiered because personally, I think tiered perks are the most useless thing ever. Granted, they're buffing them now, thankfully. So maybe enhanced perks will finally be like worth it. Um, but I never cared for enhanced perks because enhanced perks never really did anything useful. There are some exceptions. Most of them kind of suck. Let's see. There's okay. Yeah. Back on events. Sorry about that tangent. Solstice made me very disappointed. Didn't get the hand cannon I wanted. Very sad about that. At least we got the comp hand cannon. So I guess there's that. But that's locked behind comp. But I mean, I got mine. So, but if you don't like comp, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. Let's see. There's oh yeah. Then there's heavy metal, which I mean, I've been playing heavy metal this whole time. So yeah. Heavy metal. The heavy metal event, I don't care for. I mean, event is a strong word. Event is a really strong word. But um I mean the heavy metal event is just hey, play heavy metal and get these guns. It's like okay. Personally, though, I thought heavy metal was cool the first 3 games I played it, the first time it came out. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I immediately lost interest. And I did not get the sparrow. I still don't have the sparrow. I don't want the sparrow. Because number one, the sparrow's not useful. Granted, I know the sparrow will be fun, but it's not useful. And it's not worth my time. So yeah, number two is not worth my time. Yeah. Um Events suck right now. Hopefully Halloween event is good. That'd be very nice. Let me back up. I don't wanna lose. Stay with my team. Oh, I'm locking in. Oh, we're locked. We're locked. We gotta make a push. It's one down. Come on. Oh, this is huge. Oh, yep. I don't know how. That's kind of crazy we won that. I don't know how we got 2 points for that. But, I'm not complaining. Yeah, hopefully, Halloween event is good. Though, it may just be me. But I personally really do not like Lost Sectors. I do not like Lost Sectors. I think Lost Sectors are cool the first time doing them, not really cool the millionth time. And Bungie disagrees apparently with Haunted Lost Sectors. I think it's really silly that they removed Haunted Forests, though now that I think about it, they probably removed Haunted Forests because they sunset Mercury, and in sunsetting Mercury, they can't bring it back. Because in case you don't know, the Red War got when the Red War got sunset or vaulted, the game moved. The game is in a state where it can't really support Red War anymore. Apparently, which is just insane to think about. You remove the content and now you're saying you can't bring it back. That's crazy. How far we've fallen from grace. Yeah, hopefully that event is good. Hopefully Halloween event's good. And well, I say good. Hopefully they actually have the activity for it and they don't remove all the guns. But I guess we'll just have to wait and fucking see. Oh, just so lame. I have to say that. Just have to wait and see. Um, I have a section in the notes. That's all the notes, by the way. This video is pretty much over, but I also have notes that was going to be targeting the twids, plural, because a lot of the twids we've gotten since Edge of Fate, actually, I think every twid we've gotten since Edge of Fate has just been really dumb and not good and just really just not great in some way, and it's just so painful to read. Yeah, I was gonna do that. Maybe I'll still do that, but I guess if I do that, you won't be seeing this bit or hearing this bit. Probably not even watching, listening, if someone's watching. That's crazy to think about. If someone's watching. Yeah, had a whole thing. I was gonna make a whole thing for the Twid, but I just don't really feel like it. I'd have to skim through Twid and look for specific wording and stuff. I mean, I think I'll still do it anyways, because no, I'll do it after this game. Let me just pause this bitch. Okay, so I was gonna do like a whole like, oh, look at all these twids and all these things they've said in the past and all this stuff, but I don't really feel like looking, to be honest. So I'm just gonna say what I remember. One of the twids slash in the Vidoc, they say you can play your way, play our way. I don't know about all that. Like the only way to really do portal stuff is to the best way to do it, you have to have gear lock. You gotta have know how to, if you really want to maximize. Like if you're trying to dodge these, you gotta have these. You gotta have these on, right? Know how to all this stuff. And this still isn't enough. So play my way. Like you're forcing me to pop modifiers. The way I want to play is not having modifiers personally, but hey, fuck me, I guess. Bungie says so. Whatever Bungie says, whatever Bungie says goes. And all these good modifiers lower your thing. And that's another thing I didn't mention earlier. This system, not this system, but this idea we already had. In year 1 D2, you were able to pick modifiers for Nightfalls. Now, granted, it's not really the same as this, but I mean, the concept is similar, and back then they took that away from us, which I don't know why. I mean, I'm not complaining. I like being given set modifiers and being told, hey, beat this. I don't really like making my own difficulty. It never feels right. But we've already had this concept before. They just removed it, and people forgot about it, and now it's back in this form, which is fine, but, you know, I just want it to be known this is not a new thing. Not even, like, a little new, to be honest. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. Not much else to say here other than a lot of the twids suck, and as much as I would like to go through them and cherry pick some things they've said, I really don't. Number one, I don't need to do that. You already know how bad it is. Well, most of you know how bad it is. And, you know, there's too much doggy poo-poo to sort through. Please keep in mind, this is my personal opinion. This is my rant, my tangent. You may agree with some things, and I suspect you will disagree with a lot of things. That's what I expect, at least. I feel like a lot of this is just me talking, and you know, well, I mean, not a lot of this is just me talking, but like, I just feel like a lot of people will disagree with this. But you know, this is my opinion, and I want my opinion to be known. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Bye.